Hey, hi everyone. Good evening, guys. Okay, for your kind information, guys, this is the architecture, that which we are going to understand today. Like, how exactly an end-to-end application is going to behave, an end-to-end application. So, in the previous session, we were discussing, like, what is the importance of having a cloud and what is the reason that we have to opt for this plan, right? So, in today's session, what we do is like, we talk more about a word called physical infrastructure versus cloud. Means like why we need to have this cloud platform. Imagine a situation that if we don't have this cloud platform, then what is the status of IT? Is IT is really working without a cloud? So if it is working, how it is working? So if already we have a physical infrastructure, then why we have to go for a cloud platform? Imagine a situation like you are having one mobile, you are going ahead and you are going to purchase a new mobile. So there might be some reason behind the scenes which provoke you to purchase a new mobile. Likewise, even though if we are having a physical infrastructure with us, then what made the companies to go ahead and seek towards a cloud infrastructure or the cloud platform? So this is very crucial, guys, to understand, because without this, if you even do your cloud solutioning architecture exams, it is not going to be helpful for you. So let's try to figure it out. What is this physical infrastructure and why we have to go for a cloud infrastructure? So now we will take a small example. Imagine a situation that we are in 2005. Where are we right now? Right now in 2005, where there is no cloud and it is no booming, but we still have IT. IT is there, but cloud is not that booming. Till 2011 to 2013, you don't have a cloud that much in the market, guys. Even though it is there, bits and pieces, people are not that much involved. Imagine a situation that we are in 2005 and I need to start a business. What is the requirement? The requirement is to start a application. So application examples like your uber.com, your amazon.com, your flipkart.com, and then your icicibank.com, and so on. So starting from today, whenever I say like, okay, it is an application, so then what you guys need to think of is like, you have to think that, okay, application is nothing but whatever the day-to-day function apps that you are using, which is nothing but an application. So now let's take the requirement. What is the requirement, guys? Requirement is quite simple. I want to start an application or I want to build one application. This is the requirement. Requirement is what? Requirement is to build an application. So now when I'm thinking this one, this I'm thinking in 2005. Let's say like a 2005 to 2010. This is my target state. So where there is no word called a cloud, we don't have anything. Now, if we want to build an application, then what sort of a things that we need to have? How our approach is going to be in order to make this work? What sort of a struggle that we need to go through in order to make this happen? So all those things we will try to address in today's session. This is very important for you to grab your knowledge on the fundamentals part. So without which it's very hard for you to even imagine like why you guys are learning cloud. Okay. So now the requirement is what? Requirement is like a building an application. So in order to build an application, let's try to frame a short story, guys. So story is like, let me frame it like, so I'm going to have my user. So who is this user? Let's call this user as Ravi. So Ravi is one of the user who is planning to start a new website. So what he's planning? He's planning to start a new website. Let's say like website name is devops.com, or I'll say like multicloud.devops.com. So this is the website that they are planning to have it. So this is the website they're planning to have. So now whenever we feel like, okay, we want to have a site, if I say like, hey, site come up, it will not simply come up, right? So what we need to have? We need to have our developers. We need to have whom? We need to have our developers. So let's say like I'm going to have my developer. So who is this guy? This guy is my developer. So let's call him as a Mahesh as my developer. So we are going to hire a engineer, and this engineer name we are calling him as a Mahesh. So now Mahesh will not work for free of cost, right? Simply, if I am hiring a Mahesh and I'm asking Mahesh, oh, okay, Mahesh, go ahead and just do some work for me, he will not do. So then, or how, when this guy is going to do the work? Whenever I pay the salary for this guy, then he will do. So then, what is the first point of investment, guys? We are going to start the investment here. What is the investment? Investment is like paying or recruiting developer. And once you recruit the developer, at least I need to pay this guy a minimum of 5 lakh per annum. This is minimum. Second thing, what I will do? Second thing, I will inform this developer saying like, hey man, do one thing. Can you develop the application for me? So what is the ask? Ask is like develop the application. Can you do that? Is it possible for you? So this guy is recruited for that. The main purpose of this developer is to do this work. So he was given a laptop, and this guy is going to start the work. So now there is another question that I'm going to ask this guy. Another question is like, okay, if you are ready to develop this code, then how much time it will take for you to deliver it? So these are all the two questions, guys, which Ravi is having with him, where Ravi is asking our Mahesh, saying like, okay, man, I am hiring you. I will give you 5 lakh salary. Very good. Now tell me how much time it will take for you to deliver the code. So now Mahesh is telling like, okay, man, it will take a 3 months time for me. So what is the deadline? The deadline which we agreed or which Mahesh have agreed is like, let's say like 3 months of delivery. So now Ravi is waiting. Daily he will call Mahesh, he will say like, hey man, Mahesh, what is happening? Everything is good or not, fine or not? Okay, have you developed an application? Everything is fine. Okay. So now finally we have our application code ready. So here what is happening? Here it took how many months? It took 3 months time to develop the application. Finally, we have the application code. So now the major question is like, we have application code. Where are we going to run this code? I have an application code. So where is application code? Application code is here. With the developer, the code is there. With the developer, he kept the code. This is this code. So this code, where it is there in the laptop. Now where we need to run this code, guys? Can I run the code in the laptop and then go to the production? Is that possible? Any guess?
No, no, it's not possible.
No, it's not possible. It's not possible. You cannot go and hit the production directly whenever you want using a laptop. It will not entertain you to do it, because imagine a situation that if I am running YouTube in my laptop, how long I can run a YouTube, guys? Can I run YouTube more than a week in my laptop without restarting?
No.
No, highly impossible. If you run your laptop for 4 5 days, sixth day it will start telling you like, man, I cannot do this work. You have to restart me, otherwise I'll not work. So definitely this code I'm not going to run it in a laptop. Then I will have a component called server. What am I going to have? Then I need to purchase a component called a server. So now the same story, let's see here, guys. So in this picture, what do we have here? My developer, what is doing? My developer, he is sitting in the office where this guy is developing the code, where he is going to develop the code. So now this code, I cannot run this code in an office. So in order to run this code, what I need a server. This is my server. Now this server will be coming around like a 25 to 30 kilo of weight, guys. Now where I can keep this server, because this server needs CPU, memory, and then power, cooling, everything this server needs. Can I run this server at my home? Do you feel like running this server at home will work?
No.
Then where are we going to keep this server?
Data center.
Nice. So your third component, where do we keep it? We keep this server in a location called data center. Now you have learned three different terminologies, guys. One is application development, developed code. You cannot run it on your laptop and go to production. Hence, you are going to deploy this code to my server, where my server is available in a location called a data center. What is a data center? A data center is a location where my servers will be running, where my servers will be running, where my servers will get a feasible option of power as well as a maintenance. Power as well as a maintenance. Now the major question here is like, okay, this guy is giving me power and maintenance, that's okay, but everyone is this guy is going to give me for free of cost? Do you think that it is going to come as a free of cost for you?
No.
So nothing comes free of cost, guys. You have to pay the money. Nothing comes for free of cost. You have to pay the money. So it took 3 months time for a developer to develop the application. Well and good. Then what? Then we need a server to deploy our code. So now, whenever I say like I need a server, in 2005, do we have home delivery? Let's say like I will call like a Zomato and a Swiggy and all. These days they are delivering food whatever I want, whatever time that I need. They are bringing and they are delivering it. 2005 and all, what you used to do? So delivery and all, it is not there. It will take ages for you to get your things done. Means like if I am ordering my server, it will take at least 2 months time. And price per server at least cost me 5 lakh per server. Beyond this, beyond or less than this, you cannot go, guys, because your server with lesser specs won't make any sense, because cooling and power is the same. You have to pay the same money to the data center. Now we need to run. What we have to do? We need to run this server. So where are we going to run this server? We are going to run it in the, what is the location we call it as, guys? Tell me the location name. Where we run this?
Data center.
Data center.
Data centers. Guys, let me tell you a short story. Okay. So just it's going to be helpful for you. Okay? Imagine a situation that you are going to an interview. Just take a simple scenario, right? Imagine like you went to an interview. Now interviewer is going to ask you a question. He's asking you a question. What you will say? You will try to say something, right? If you guys are not opening up in the class, in an interview panel, you will be simply smiling at his face. I'll just repeat it, guys. So trust me, definitely this is going to work out for you. Okay. So everyone who is joining for the class, right? Generally, what is our main goal? Our main goal is to crack an interview. Crack the interview, just get the job, we get 100% of a high quality salary. This is the target. Okay. So now when you guys are going for an interview, if you guys are not opening up in the class, imagine like I'm asking you a question. Let's say not everyone will be opening up, but those who you will be placed first. What is the reason? Reason is like it's not a silly reason like okay, this guy is shouting and all simply is telling okay, and he's getting nothing like that. So reason is like whenever someone is asking you a question, you will be having two things. Whether the answer is right or wrong. Now you are going to answer this question in front of all the students. If anyone is answering this question, right, then he's going to answer in front of everyone. Means if you or any of your friend is answering this question, if he is right, then candidate will be getting super confidence. Yes, I am right. Okay, any question I can answer. Okay, this question I know it. Okay, I already told that the same question got repeated. And for your kind information, one more thing. That is like 80 to 85% of interview questions, whatever the topics and whatever the scenarios that I'm going to explain, in the same scenarios, same things you will be facing in the interview panel. Whatever the approach that I'm going to take, whatever the topics, and then whatever the scenarios I'm going to explain, same scenarios you will be getting an interview panel. Now, in the class, if the candidate is capable enough to give the answer, right answer, then student will get a confidence. Imagine a situation that if the student is wrong, then in his entire career, he will not forget the answer. In both the cases, the benefit is for student where if he is right, then he will gain more confidence. If he is wrong, then student is going to gain the right answer in front of everyone. So nothing wrong in answering any question, whether it is a silly question or it is an important question or is it related to a topic, just to throw some answer in the class, that's it. Okay, so keep this as a habit, guys, since this is a second session, right? So I'm just opening up and I'm telling you the way behind, like a way forward, so that you guys will follow. If you guys are following my directions properly, like I told you, 100% guarantee we give you that you will be definitely getting a job. Okay, keep all these points in a mind, in a note, guys, so that you will be getting a good results out of it. And I would like to add you one more thing, that is, make sure that you guys are purchasing a notebook. You might feel silly. See, this generation also, this guy is telling so many things and he's asking us to purchase a notebook, right? So trust me, this is going to help you a lot and you will definitely feel it once you start filling the information. So don't purchase a small books, small handy books, because this is a DevOps. This is not like a other course. So you are going to learn many things which even you don't even think of having in the IT. That is what you are going to learn in this class. So purchase at least a 300 to 400, a big notebook, purchase it. Whenever I say like an interview question, make sure that backside of your notes, you are writing the interview question and writing the answer for the question. Every day we are going to have the topics which we are going to discuss in the class. Make sure that you guys are writing the topic and I will be telling you the example related to that. Okay, if we are taking EC2 is it's like a laptop. Laptop will have components, this is and all the layman examples, day-to-day examples, whatever you have, whatever you are familiar, everything we will be considering. The way how you guys are going to maintain your running notes will give you the confidence of anyhow, I will be giving the material, whatever is required for you to complete your practice and your assessments, everything we will take care of it. But beyond that, you also need to do your homework. Homework, right? Writing your handnotes. Okay. So if you guys are following these guidelines, so then you will be having a quick win in the market. So keep these two things in mind, guys, so that it would be helpful. Right?
Sir, I'm holding the questions at the end of the class, so I don't want to interrupt in between.
Yeah, guys, and one more thing. Thanks, sir. Thanks for raising that point. Right? So, guys, you don't need to hold up the questions with you. Let's say, like I'm explaining one topic. Okay? You don't need to stop me immediately, but you have an option of raising your hand. You can click that button and just hold it over there. Whenever I am done with the delivery, and I will give you a pass. Each and every topic, I will give you a pass, saying like, okay, any doubts or any questions that you guys are having. Based upon the questions, we will take it, we will clarify them, then we will go to the next topic. This is the approach that we are going to follow throughout our entire journey. If you want, I'll explain it once again, guys. I'll take a topic, I'll give you a theory, and then I will give you a pause. I'll ask you if you have any doubts. We'll clear the doubts. Then we will go with practical implementations. Okay. For each and every topic, this is the approach that we are going to follow throughout our entire. So slowly make sure that you guys are getting used to it. Okay. Ensure that whenever you feel like a stuck, you didn't understand, feel free to raise your hand and keep it raised. Right. Whenever I'm done with the topic explanation, immediately I will give a chance, an opportunity for you to come back or ask your doubt. Is it clear? Yeah, now I'm done with the basic theory and the basic things, guys, that which you guys need to do it starting from today if possible, otherwise starting from the next class. Any doubts, guys, from anyone?
No, sir. Yes, so far it's fine.
Nice. Okay, Chandan. Good then. So this is how you guys are going to grow yourself, guys. Now what we do is like, now let's come back to the story. Where we are is like, running a server. In order to run a server, what I need a data center. Now let's say like a data center. Data center is looking like what? Data center is going to look like this. So you are going to have a big building. So where in that building you're going to have your servers running. But if you would like to see a real data center, how it is going to be. So Airtel data center, which we are having in a Whitefield. If you guys are coming from a Bangalore, so in Whitefield, when you travel on the flyover on the left hand side, you have a Airtel data center. So this is one of the finest data center, guys, where they have equipped with all the items. But inside the data center, how it looks like. Okay. So data center, you see racks. So it will not be this much fancy. Don't expect like okay, like this only it will be. Nothing like that. Okay, this guy have kept his hands right. Same position you will be having. If you go to a data center, if you just unplug one cable, then you will be standing like this. Okay, because it will be a mess. But everything is planned properly, cabling and other things and all. So you will be having the guys who are going to take care of. So this is your one of the data center, guys. So where this is one of the data center room where you are having a rack here. This is one rack. You see here, there are servers. What are these components? These components we call them as servers. So you are going to have a data center, and for this rack, one rack, they will charge you at least a 10 lakh per annum. How much amount that you need to pay? You have to pay at least a 10 lakh per annum you have to pay. It's a minimum to minimum you have to pay. Now, nothing comes for free, right? So what we have to do? We have to invest it. So what I have to do? I have to say like, okay, man, data center cost. So how much? 10 lakh per. So once we have a data center with us, then what? Then if I go to any data center guy and if I ask him, okay, man, I will bring my server and I will keep the server in the data center, keep the data center ready, then the guy will say like, okay, man, come after 1 month. It takes at least 1 month to complete the data center setup. Now, what was the main motto, guys? Our main motto is like to build an application and gain good profits. This is our main motto. Now, what are we doing here? We are building infrastructure, we are building servers, we are building the applications, and then we are talking with the people, we are dealing with the networking, all the nonsense, whatever is required, everything we are. Now, can we analyze what is the invested amount? How much amount that we invested and how much time it took till now? Let's take a simple stats. Cost to the company. So here I invested 5 lakh. And 3 months, this is okay. And then 5 lakh per server. 5 plus 5, it is a 10. So 10 plus 10 for my data center. So it is almost like a 20 lakh. Here, 20 lakh total cost to the company. Now, how much time it took? It took 3 months time here. And then server delivery, it took a 1 month time. We need a server to deploy our code or even server. It will take at least 1 month is fine, guys. 2 months is too much. Okay, so I will say like 3 months for code development, 1 month for delivering the server, and then 1 month for having a rack placed in a data center. So total time took is like 4 months.
One question
time,
here,
yeah?
Shyam.
Please, sir. Please, sir.
We already mentioned in the 5th step, like server cost will be 5 lakhs. And in the 7th step, we mentioned data center cost 10 lakhs. What is the difference?
Difference. Difference is like server, you go with a vendor. Let's say, like you want to have a server. What is the requirement? This is me. What is I need? I need a server. So let's say like instead of a server, let's keep it like a laptop. Let's say like you want a laptop. How do you get a laptop, Bharat?
Organization.
How do you get it? Only if you work for a company, you get a laptop. Can't you purchase it? You don't purchase, guys. Then what are the different options that you have if you want to purchase a laptop?
Buying from e-commerce websites.
Purchasing is fine, but how about the companies? What are the different brands that I have? I have Dell.
Oh, Dell.
I have a
Apple.
HP. I have Apple.
Lenovo,
Lenovo. Microsoft.
MSI, Asus,
MSI is also very nice. Good
Asus.
hardware. Asus. These many options we have, right? End of the day, who is purchasing? I am purchasing. Now, where are you going to keep this laptop? Bharat? You bought a laptop, right?
Yes.
Offline,
So, where are you going to keep this laptop? You
offline,
need to keep it somewhere, right?
Yeah.
Where you will keep?
In office.
In office? Only for the employee? You always talk about employee only. Don't talk about you. Don't want to talk about you. Okay. So, I can use it at office. I can use it at a home. I can use it basically anywhere. So now this is a laptop. So hence I am carrying wherever I want. So now let's talk about a server. So what am I going to purchase this time? I'm going to purchase a big server. So I cannot carry this big server because it will be 30-40 kg. I cannot lift it. Now from where I can purchase this server? I can purchase this server from different vendors. Different vendors like I can go ahead and I can purchase from HP. I can purchase from IBM. I can purchase from Dell, and I can purchase from EMC, and I can purchase from Intel. Now you purchased a server. The server is with you. Now where are you going to keep this server? Can you keep it at your home? Let's say like I'm going to keep it at my home. So this server works for more than 3 years without a restart.
Okay, for maintaining the servers in the data center, it is costable again, right?
Very nice, Bharat. Good one. So now purchasing a server is not only the thing, right? Imagine like you purchased a car. Who will pay the parking fee? You have to pay now.
Correct.
Along with the car, no one will give you a parking. Okay, carry this parking wherever you want. We cannot carry it.
I thought like purchasing the server itself will be included.
See, again you have to run a server, na? In order to run a server, you
Got
need
it.
to have a data center.
Thank
Okay? No issues. Okay, see here guys. So this is a story. So what is the story? We have a server, we have a vendor. I purchase a server. I need to keep a server. I need to maintain a server. I can't do it at my home because I don't know when power will come at my home, when the power will be gone. I don't know. So hence, what we have to do, we have to ensure that power is there, cooling is there, its maintenance is there. So hence I have to pay the money. That's the reason here whom we are paying a data center cost. In order to keep our servers, maintain our servers, we have to pay the cost for this. Whether you use it or not, it doesn't matter for me. For me in the sense for the data center guy. They will simply charge you. So finally, till now, what is the investment that we have? Investment is like a 20 lakh we have, and the time took is a 4 months. Finally, I have my data center. What are the components that we have, guys? Here, see, the component is like I have my server and I have my data center. Okay, now I have my office. Let's say like my office is there in Marthahalli, and let's say like my data center is there in let's keep it in Electronic City. For those who are not familiar, guys, these are all the different locations at which we have in a bank. Now, from office to the data center, do we have any connectivity, guys? From office to the data center, do we have any connectivity?
Online
Internet.
No.
connectivity.
Internet?
Internet? Why internet? How you are going to connect?
Why?
So let's say like, okay, you are sitting in office and you are telling, okay, internet, everything will come just like that. No, right? You have to go to vendor. You need to ask him. You need to tell him, man, my servers are there. My office is here. I need a connectivity between my source to the destination. Who is the source? Office is the source. Who is the destination? Data center is the destination. So now what I need to have? I need to have a network. Who will give me the network?
Service provider.
Service provider. In 2005, I don't have a Jio, right?
Yes.
2005, I don't have a Tata Telecom. We don't have those many days. So then who have to lay the cable? You have to lay the cable from your office to your data center. Or else, like Anil said, go to BSNL, take their services, pay the money to them, they will lay the cable. Anything is fine. So here, if you see in the diagram, we are having our network layer, which is spreading across from my office to the data center, where I have link 1 and link 2. Any reason, guys, why we have a link 1 and link 2?
Backup.
If you take anything back failure, one link failure, it will be.
Very nice. What if any big truck is going on that link and if it is getting crashed? Then all the developers will go for a tea break, coffee break, whatever the breaks they want, they will take and they will go. Who will work? So you always think about what? You always think about backup strategy. You always think about redundancy. You always think about availability. Please make a note of each and every terminology, guys, which we are talking about. We always think about what? We always think about availability. We always think about backup strategy. Okay. So redundancy. All these are all the different terminologies which we use it in order to ensure that we are having a high available infrastructure. In my case, I am paying again for 2 lines. So with a single line, if I go, what if the particular line is getting crashed, my entire network from office to the data center will be lost. If I lost the access to the data center, then what will happen? Then developers will say like, okay, man, we will go for tea break, coffee break, all the breaks we will go and we will do whatever we want. They will not work. They will say like, man, no connectivity. How do we deploy the code to the server? So this also we need to consider. What we need to consider here, guys, I have to ensure that expanding the investment again. What is the investment? Investment is like a network cost. Network cost, at least they will charge me 1 lakh, guys. At least they will charge 1 lakh and it will take at least a month time to complete it. Because cable laying, right, from here and there, they need to lay the cable, they need to check the connectivity, or they need to validate it. And then again, the maintenance cost is also involved, but I'm not writing it. So finally, we have a network. So what are all the things that we have? First one, we have office. Second thing, we have a network. Third thing, we have a data center. And we have server available in that data center. Now what I need to have, guys, I need to have a basic application where Ravi can purchase or Ravi can sell some product. What is the vision of Ravi? Vision of Ravi is to have what? Have a website. Vision of Ravi is to have a website. What is the website? Website is this one. Website is multicloud.devops.com. This is the vision that this guy is having. Okay. Now, if this guy is having a vision, who will give me the domain? multicloud.devops.com. That's our domain. Can I take directly google.com? Google.com is so famous, right? Can I pick it?
Not possible.
Not possible. People will not give you. Why? Why? Because it is a public domain. What do we call it? we call it as a public domain. You cannot take whatever the domain that you want directly. You cannot take whatever the domain that you want directly. Why? Why? Because you have to purchase it. You have to purchase it. What are the different vendors which we have in the market who can sell the domains, guys? Just go to GoDaddy. GoDaddy is one of the vendor where you can sell, where you can purchase the product. Like, let's say like I want to purchase this one, multicloud.devops.com. This is the domain that I want to have. Go and search for the domain. See, the multiclouddevops.com is there. Multiclouddevops.xyz is there. So we do have multi-cloud DevOps.online. What is the price, guys? 229 rupees. Blindly close your eyes and purchase it. Damn cheap. But don't think like it is a damn cheap, because we don't go with the .online or .shop or .edu and all. Because commercials will be always .com only. It is charging. They are charging 13,000 per month. Sorry, not per month, per year. 13,000 per year they are charging it. Okay. So now again, what I need to do? I need to add my domain cost. So at least I need to pay for 5 months, right? Or at least for the lifetime I need to purchase the domain. Imagine like I paid for only 2 years. After 2 years I forgot to do the renewal. Then some other guy will stole my entire. He will start stealing my entire domain, because domain will get released. So that's the reason I have to pay my domain cost upfront, saying like no, this domain is dedicated for me only. What if my business is growing, I am growing, I am getting so much money, like Google, I'm giving a competition, then what? So then someone will take my domain if I'm not saving it properly with me. So here comes what? Here comes with the domain cost. Let's say like I'm investing 50K. So now what do we have as part of our picture? As part of our picture, we have our servers, load balance, we have our network, we have office, and then we have our domain. What is the domain that we are talking about? Domain is like a multicloud.devops.com. 1, 2, 3, 4 is completed. So now finally, what did we do? We hosted our application. Multicloud.devops.com, developer, whatever the code that guy have developed, that code we deployed to the server, and boom, we went live. What did we do? We went live. Any doubts, guys, before we go live?
Sir, I have a question. Can you go to the previous step?
This one, sir?
No, not this. The node plan. This one. Notepad plus. Notepad plus. That's
Okay.
you're writing onto this. So basically, what I'm saying is that whatever the points that I'm assuming that this is a part of IaaS offering by the it's like a general brief about that concept.
Yes, slowly I am taking you to the cloud.
Okay.
Your assumption is right. Okay, sure. Okay, so what my
Before the
intention
cloud.
is,
Okay.
before the cloud, how IT works, right? You should be knowing.
And can you switch back to that where you were showing that internet?
Sure. Okay.
Yeah. So and in the data center, basically, whenever you are hosting that, you explain that they need to register a domain. So why can't a company can build their own domain server from the ground up? It is also possible instead of hiring we can search in the internet and we can write that. So there is a possibility that they can develop their own domain.
Their own data center, you mean, right?
Not data center, the domain. So say for example,
Domain.
Yeah.
See, there are two things, Keshava, right? Outside. Right now you are in internet, right? Right now you are in internet. You are speaking with me. So what is your name?
Keshav.
Keshav. Imagine like you are at your home. Is your mom going to call you as a Keshava only?
Yeah.
She will call you as a Keshava? No pet names?
Yes.
Nothing? Your dad, your brother, no one will call you with some pet name?
Yeah, I do have, but mostly that is
do have. So that is what? That is your internal name.
Okay.
That is what? That is your internal name. You take internal name whatever you want. No one cares. Who cares? Only you, your family, those who are very friendly with you, only those guys knows that name. That name, no one in the internet knows. When you are at home, then only that name will be useful. Imagine like you are going on a road, someone is calling you with a pet name. Are you going to respond to them?
No.
No, because you don't care. You don't care. That is what? That is your private name. You will respond only to your internal people. But when you are going on a road, if someone is calling you, hey Keshava, then you will respond. Why? This is a public name. So now if a company is building a DNS, a domain name, what maximum they can build is internal naming conventions. They cannot go with the external naming conventions. If they want to go with the external naming conventions, they have to purchase from some authorized vendor, like your GoDaddy, your Hostinger, your Route 53. Because you are going to an internet, right? You are going to World Wide Web, www.world wide web. The name should be registered there. Otherwise, in the World Wide Web, that name publicly cannot be resolved. Are you
So
getting
it's a
me?
common
The
practice
difference
for all the
between
companies. Yeah, I got this. So it's a common practice for all the
every
companies, no
company,
matter
it's a
what.
common practice. Whatever I am teaching you is the enterprise standard. This is what and this is how it is.
Okay.
Even
Got it.
if you go in the future, if you are hosting anything, and anyhow, I will show you how you are going to purchase a domain. How do you host your domain? How do you implement an application, deploy an application, automate an application, end user traffic, everything we will.
So the reason why I'm asking is that, say for example, if I'm building a company on my own, like, it could be of any name. Say for example, what if it's not existent? Say for example, I'm building like XYZ. So what if it is not available the GoDaddy or any other public domain? So I wanted to I want to have that name. So if it is
You
not
can't
there,
have it, sir.
then yeah,
If it is not there, not there. That's it. You have to accept it.
I have it. Yeah. So that's my point.
Yes, yes. So here,
At the time, what is the solution? Say, for example, if it's not registered or if it is not there from the like offering from the public domain. So, what is the solution? Possible solution?
you went to a hotel. Your plan is to have a biryani. You sit in the hotel. Now you are ordering a biryani. That guy is telling there is no biryani. What do?
Go to another hotel.
Another hotel is telling the same. Then
I have a backup.
backup.
I have another. Yeah.
Backup like how?
So the second best option. Second best, whatever it is available, I will choose the best.
Entire village there is no biryani. What do you do?
So I will be adjusting to whatever there.
Whatever is there with that you will adjust because you are hungry, right?
Yeah.
Same situation here. You went to internet and you started shouting, I need this domain. Internet is it's telling you back, responding you back, hey Keshava, there is no such a domain. We have this. Either you adjust with this or else you change whatever the requirement. So this is not like something you asked something, it is not there. But you are having one more option. That is a purchaser option. That is what this guy is trying to show you. You see here? What this guy is telling you is like domain taken. What is telling? He's telling like domain taken means like someone already took this domain. But if you want, I will act like a mediator as a broker. The broker service fee is going to be 30,000. If you are ready, then I will do a mediator job between this domain owner and you. This is what this meaning is. Whatever the domain that you are expecting, if someone already took it and if someone already hold it on their naming convention, on their name, then mediator is broker is then they will not in getting the domain, but they will charge.
Sorry, your voice is not audible.
Your voice is nullified.
Sir,
Yeah,
then now is it clear, sir? Now is it clear?
It is clear. It's fine.
Now it is clear, right? Yeah. Okay. So what I was telling is like Keshava, if your domain is available, then you can purchase it. If the domain is not available meaning in the sense like someone have kept that domain for their name, or they might have already purchased it. That's the reason. Otherwise, you will have everything.
Okay.
Okay. Good question. Good question.
Okay.
Yeah, sir, please.
Yeah, how
Anil.
many like domain providers? How many are there? Like GoDaddy, similar to the GoDaddy.
We have hundreds of domain providers.
Just
Hundreds
want to
of
know,
providers we
like
have in the market.
whether
It's not like
is there
only
any
GoDaddy.
limited provider?
No
Like
such limitations we have. It is like, you want to have a Vodafone SIM. You can purchase from your street. You can purchase it from your area. You can purchase it from your locality. You can purchase it from your place where you are living. You can purchase it from a state. You can purchase it from a country. It's a business, right?
So, an extension to this domain question. So, for
Mm.
example, I have seen some of the websites like when I was working with some of the brands. I have seen, say, for example, it is registered with their country as well. Say, for example, I saw .com.au, which is only for available for Australian region, but
Yes.
it is available throughout the globe. And for India, it is like .in.com, like .in it will come. For US, it will be
Yes.
US, like for Canada, it will come CUN, something like that. But even though it
Yes.
is self-registered for their own the entire region, but it will be available for like across the globe as well. So then, what is the difference between .com say for example like .com, and what is the difference between .com.e? Can you just give me one way like a description?
See, sir, here com represents commercial.
Okay,
Com represents commercial. .in represents India. .edu represents educational sites. .co represents corporation sites. So every extension is having its own meaning. Let's say like you are keeping your domain name as a .edu and you are selling some product in that website. Government will not allow you.
sorry, can you repeat that?
Okay. Yeah. See, Keshava, what I am telling you is like imagine like you are purchasing keshava.edu. This is the domain you purchased.
Okay,
Now in that edu, you are selling the products.
okay,
You took the domain for educational purpose. .edu is for educational purpose, which means like for
oh,
knowledge sharing, you took that.
okay. Then there will be complaints issue because it's registered
If
for one
someone
purpose.
goes and if someone complains against you, imagine like you become a super duper, you started getting good revenue out of your website. If someone wants to bring you down, they will file a case against you and they will bring you down because you are doing a commercial work in an educational site. Okay.
Okay,
Now,
okay,
since you asked, sir, some sites I see .in, sir, some site I see .us, sir, some site I see .ae, sir, and .aus, sir. Why? What is the reason? The reason is depending upon the application. Let's take like an Amazon. Amazon is having .in. So now in .in, can you deliver the product to America? Imagine like you purchased a product. Can you give your delivery address as an US address in .in? Did you ever try?
no,
Will it work?
it will not allow.
It will not allow. It won't make any sense because that vendor is clearly telling you, hey, if you are coming from India, you have to use a .in website. But if you want to send a product to a guy who is living in US, then which site you will open?
.com or .us.
So if he is giving .us, then you can use .us. But for the rest of the world, Amazon is selling .com. Even from India, you can purchase any product and you can ask the guy to deliver the product to your friend who is living in US. Is that making sense?
Yeah, yeah.
So
Yes.
it depends upon
Thank
the
you.
vendor. It's nothing, nothing to deal with the domain name. See, domain name is what? It's just like a name I'm purchasing it. And what is the purpose that I'm going to purchase and what is the intent for me to run my business is entirely up to me. Okay?
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Good.
Thank you, sir.
No issues. Okay, cool. Hope there are no questions, guys. Okay, let's proceed further. Okay, So now, where we stand, guys? Finally, we stand in the hosting a domain. We hosted a domain, we purchased a domain. Finally, I mapped my domain to my server. Now, what Ravi is doing? Ravi is going ahead and he started broadcasting a message to the internet saying like, hey, my website is ready, man. What this guy is telling? He started doing a digital marketing saying like, hey, man, come on, I have my website up and running. This is what? This is my internet. This is what? This is my. Now what Ravi is telling? Ravi is going to the internet and he started shouting, hey man, our website is ready. Come and grab the products. Come and grab the products. So this guy is going to sell a product in this website, right? So initially, what Ravi is telling is like, Ravi is telling, man, we will give you flat 50% discount. So he is announcing what? He is announcing 50% of discount. He is announcing 50% of discount. So then what generally people will do, guys? People will be eagerly waiting, okay, when this guy is going to open the website, when am I going to order the product? Because if the product value is 1,000 rupees, I will be getting for 500 only. Who will give me? So only Ravi is going to give. This is the state. Now, this is my infrastructure, guys. In the internet, I enabled my application multicloud.devops.com. Imagine like what is happening, guys? Imagine like I started my application by 10 a.m. with flat 50% discount sale. Now tell me, what is going to happen to this infrastructure? Is my application up and running or will it go down?
Multiple users will be
due to
using
traffic.
at the same time.
Traffic
Good
will be
Bharat,
high.
good Anil. Traffic will be what?
Traffic
Traffic will be high. Did you guys ever heard that Amazon is down?
No,
PMS system.
You didn't heard?
no. Amazon.
We heard PMS will be down. Amazon we didn't.
Amazon,
PMS will be down.
Amazon was down, completely down. Amazon was completely down. Who bought it down, guys? We know which country people bought it down.
Not sure.
So we are the guys who bought down Amazon.in. We
At
are
the
the
time of Big Billion
pioneers.
sales.
Very nice, Bharat. Good one. Right? In 2000, I don't remember, maybe 14 or 16, guys. The first Big Billion Days sale, where the entire world was watching America as a big market. India as a big market. Till the time we don't have a commercials, guys. If you see, from past 6-7 years only, we have increased, our commercial rapidly. Before that, we never used to purchase any product online. We were very scared. Everything, whatever we used to purchase, we used to go to shops and we used to purchase. But after 2014, 2015, things have changed. Why? This is the reason, right? So the moment Amazon have announced, hey, we are going to give you a big billion sale where you are going to get a product, a pen drive you are going to get for 100 rupees. You're going to get a 15% of a discount on your home appliances, 30% discount on all the whatever the discounts that he can give, he have given, and he started his website thinking that who will come and who will bring down my bill. They were very, very confident. They were very, very confident. The moment the website started, our guys are killing that website. So now considering that fact, tell me, what is the shape of our application? Multicloud.devops.com. What will happen to this website? Will it be available?
No.
Still goes down due to high
It
traffic.
will go down. Why there is a high traffic, guys? Because
Multiple
we,
users are
User
using.
base.
since we give a discount, what people will do? Everyone wants to take the
Your voice
discount.
is low.
Everyone wants to. Sir, now is clear, sir.
Yeah,
Why there is a hiccup? I don't know. Why all of a sudden it is dropping? Yeah, maybe that's fine. Okay, cool then, no issues. So here, what is happening, guys? Here, since we are having so much traffic, my application is going to go down. What is the reason, guys, that my application will go down? Anyone in the class? Any guess?
Load balance.
Load balance, very nice, good one. Anything else? Why my application will go down in this scenario? What might be the reason to make
Multiple
our
API
application
calls
go
if I
down?
speak about routes.
Multiple API calls, but that is a incoming traffic. But why it is going down?
Maybe load
Memory
to a single server.
Server.
use up of memory.
Very nice. So here, what am I doing? I am running only one server right in my data center. How many servers are running? Only one server. But what is the load that I am giving? I am giving hell lot of a load to this server. How much load that this server can take? As a result, this server will go down and my application will go down. As a result, what is going to happen, guys, here? As a result, my server is going to go down and then my application is going to go down. This is the situation. Now, how we can overcome this situation, guys? Can I add a server immediately?
It will take time again. I think so.
Can I add a server? How long it will take, guys?
1 month.
1 month time. So till 1 month, what you will do? You will ask all the customer, okay, man, thanks for coming. So just wait for 1 more month. Then we will start the servers again. Then you guys come and purchase it. So this we call it as customer downtime. We call this one as what? We call this one as customer downtime. Means like our application is going to go down. As a result, I am going to lose the revenue. Okay. So now what I need to have? I need to have my infrastructure. I need to have my infrastructure with what? Infrastructure with the multiple servers. So here comes your application with more resources. So what are the more resources, guys? Here I am going to purchase more number of servers. I'm going to purchase more number of servers. But again, what you need to add? You need to add your server cost. You need to add your delivery time. You need to add your server installation time and then the application deployment time. So which we will take it as a notes, guys, so that you will understand, the complexity of a physical infrastructure. Now what we are doing? We are ordering a server again. What will be the cost? Cost will be like 5 lakh. Now again, delivery time is going to be 1 month. Now installation and configuration, let's take like it will take a month time. Because those days we don't have automation, right? Everything is manual. You take the server, you plug the server, you cable the server, you bring the server, you bring it to the network, you configure it, you log in, you format it, you install the OS, you deploy the application, bring the servers into the network. All these nonsense things we have to do because there was no super duper automation available those days. So that's the reason more people were needed in the IT those days. Even now it is needed, but yeah, the reasons are a bit different. Now what do we have? Now we have our infrastructure with availability. We have our infrastructure with what? With the availability. Now imagine like I am going to the internet. Again, Ravi, what is doing? Ravi is going and he is doing a digital marketing and he is doing all the propagations, whatever he wants, he is adding it. Now we got a traffic again. Now we got the traffic again. Now this entire data center, where it is running, guys? Where my entire infrastructure it is running?
Data center.
Data center. Data center is available where?
On
What did we
Different
discuss
location.
initially?
In
That
physical
location.
Location.
physical location.
That location is where? It is there in Bangalore.
Yes.
That location is there in Bangalore. Okay. Now imagine a situation that tomorrow is my go live date. Tomorrow I'm going to go live. Now today Bangalore is facing heavy rains and Bangalore is in floods. What is happening here? Today there is a heavy rain and Bangalore is in floods. Now tell me, is my application is going to be available?
No.
No. No.
No.
In that scenario, we need to maintain separate data center in different location.
Good. In that cases, what we need to have, guys? I have to ensure that I am having.
One more data.
I'm having what?
Data center at different location.
Very nice. So now this one location we call it as availability zone. What do we call this one? We call this one as availability zone. Please make a note, guys. What we are calling this one? We call this one as availability. So now in order to have our infrastructure, what we need to have? We need to have another availability zone, right? Yes or no?
Yes.
So then my infrastructure architecture is going to look like this. You see here? What is happening? I am having two different locations. One is a Bangalore, second one is a Delhi. I am having two different data centers. And I am having two different offices. And I am having two different networks. And then I am having my domain on top of that. And then I am having a people who are accessing my application via internet. In this case, if Bangalore is in floods, then do we have any impact for our application?
No.
No.
No. Is my application is available? Is my application is up and running?
Yeah, it will be
Yes.
up and running.
Yes.
Yes. Now, this kind of architecture, we call it as highly availability or highly available architecture. This kind of an architecture, we call it as what? We call it as high availability architecture. Here, how many data centers that we are dealing with?
2 data centers.
2 data centers. Now, each data center, what we will call it as?
Availability zone.
Availability zone. 2 availability
Good.
zones.
Whenever you are going with your availability zone concept, you are going to get a more than one data center. In simple terms, you are going to deal with more than one availability zone. You are going to deal with more than one availability zone. Now, why we are going with the availability zone concept, guys? In order to have a high availability, I will be going with the availability zone concept. Hope the terminologies are clear with you guys. Please let me know if any doubts in terms of your terminology. Very, very important. What is an availability zone? What is a high availability? What is the reason that we are going with this one? So all these terminologies are important. But if you observe carefully, guys, did we consider the cost? Simply we are learning, right? Now, what will happen to the cost, guys? Cost will be same?
Will become double.
Double.
Yes.
Is our application is live till now?
Yes.
Is our application is live? Is it 100% traffic we have?
Yes.
So we are ready to go live. We are just building the infrastructure only till then. What are we doing? We are still building the infrastructure only. So now imagine a situation that if Bangalore is down, I am having my Delhi data center, which is up and running, which is well run. So I am having high availability here. What do I have? I have a high availability. Now let me take the cost factor. So till now we were talking about only one data center. Let me calculate the cost. Cost will be like what? So 50,000 plus 5 lakh. So almost like a 5.5 lakh. It will come as a 25.5 lakh. This is for what? Per availability zone. Okay. So where we are calling it as a DC. DC stands for data center. So now we have written a 4 months over here, right? 1 month plus 1 month, almost like 6 months time per DC, per availability zone, per data center. So now what we are talking about? We are talking about 2 data centers. So now 2 data centers, how much time or what is the cost? Cost involved is 51 lakh. And then the time involved is 12 months. Means like it took almost 51 lakh of investment from my pocket, where I have spent 1 year of a time to take my application to go to production. So hope the concept is clear. So whenever we are going with your physical infrastructure, you have to fill your pocket fully, then only you can go. Without an empty pocket, you cannot go to the market and say like, I will start some business. It's not going to work. Now let me take another situation. Imagine like, I have a Bangalore data center, I have a Delhi data center. Now Bangalore and Delhi, both are down. Let's say like these 2 data centers, in which country these 2 data centers are lying, guys?
India.
India.
In India. So now we call India as region. We call India as region. Now entire India is down. Then what you're going to do?
You need to have
One more region.
one more region.
One more region you will go. So hence we are going with a setup called disaster recovery. What is this architecture, guys? This architecture we
Disaster
call it as disaster recovery. Now see the architecture. Complexity, right? If you start observing, complexity will start slowly growing. When the complexity grows, number of people will grow, number of or the amount of investment will grow, the time required to fulfill this architecture also will grow. So now in this architecture, what do we see? So can anyone explain me, guys, what is happening here? Anyone would like to take the lead and explain what is this architecture and why we are going with this?
If we
Application
face
source
any
and
issues in
globally.
the Indian region, our application will be up and running due to backup we have in Singapore region.
We
Availability
have
zones.
we have a Singapore region. So it is not a backup. It is what? It is my disaster recovery region. It is what? It's my disaster recovery region. Now tell me again. So how do you explain this architecture, guys? Let me frame an interview question on this. Right? In an interview panel, they'll ask you a question. Okay, Bharat or Pranit or Anil. Okay, I am having an application called interview.com. Tell me what will be your approach in building this website as a highly available, fault tolerable setup. Tell me.
Yeah, we'll go for multi-availability zones and multi-region deployment for high availability. And we'll have a standby application running, which is replicated for disaster recovery.
That's nice, Pranit. Good answer. Sweet and short. Good one. So, whenever I want to have an application to be highly available, which can withstand to a fault, then my approach is like I will be thinking more than one region and I'll be thinking more than one availability zone in one region. So, considering the question, what I can answer is like I'm going to have more than one availability zone in one region means like if I'm taking two regions, I'm going to have a four availability zones and I'm going to host my application on top of these two regions. On top of what? On top of these two regions, where I will ensure that I am equally distributing the traffic onto this both the regions. If in case like if one region is down, I don't need to worry because other region is available. I will ensure that traffic is going to the other region. Let's say like in these two regions, let's say like one of the availability is or one of the data center is down. It is not going to bring down my application because in the same region I have another availability zone. And as a part of my disaster DR setup is also running two different data centers. As a result, customer will never come to know what is the down in my infrastructure, and by the time customer knows, I will simply bring back my infrastructure. Okay, so what are the different terminologies, guys, that you need to understand in today's class? You need to understand what is a server, what is a network, what is an application, what is a domain, what is an availability zone, what is a redundancy, what is a region, what is a disaster recovery. Okay, now let's go back to the costing part. So costing part for two data centers, it is costing me 51 lakh plus 12 months of a time. Now, how many data centers we are talking about?
4.
Anyone? 4 data centers. Then what will be the cost, guys?
Double.
Double.
1 crore.
So cost of investment is 1C and time took to release this product is 12 months. So after investing so much money and spending so much time, finally I have strong application which will never go down unless or until these two regions are down. So this is the architecture, guys, that which you guys are going to deploy and configure for an application in real.
Are we including maintenance cost as well in this architecture?
Yeah. Maintenance cost. If you start adding Keshava, it will go beyond the boundaries. You can add many things. See, I didn't add employee cost now. Employee cost I added only 5 lakh, right? Only one employee is going to work. So you need administrators, you need developers, you need infra guys, you need managers. How many people? I didn't even involve many cost items here, right? Without involving them only, we are getting 1C. We simply hit 1C. But end of the day, what is the return value that we are getting from this application? Did we get any return value till now?
No.
No, zero investment. No, sorry, zero return value. But investment is 1 crore. Okay. So guys, I'll keep a full stop for today. Okay. I'll just open the forum for the questionnaires. If you have any questions, let us know. But guys, in the next class, we will ensure that we are knowing the main difference between a physical infrastructure and a cloud infrastructure. We will compare what is the outcome that we are going to do. Okay. Any doubts, guys, from anyone?
Sir, can you explain redundancy once again, please? Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah. That time taken for building this infra, you were telling that 24 months. Like we can parallelly also we can implement, right? If we have a cost, if we have the budget.
But this guy, Ravi, poor fellow, he don't have a vision, right?
Okay, fine.
Okay,
I just want to know.
He's not an architecture. To whom he have hired? He hired a developer and he's asking developer to do this work. What developer will do?
Developer only will improve only after causing the issue. You mean to say?
This is what I mean to say. So if he want to build this kind of an infrastructure, then he need to hire an architect where architecture will charge him 25 lakh. Developer is coming only for 5 lakhs, so he is simply adjusting with that guy. Okay.
Yeah.
Fine. But your point of view is very nice. I mean, that is what. But since you guys are learning, right? So I cannot even jump. Let's go on a phase wise. But end of the day, we need to understand the concept.
Yeah.
No. Thank you. Yeah. Guys, yeah, Kishore, right?
So can you repeat the topic of redundancy once again, please?
Redundant. What is the meaning of redundant? Meaning is
Unnecessary
duplication.
something. Yeah, okay.
No, not unnecessary. So redundancy means like duplication. So why I will go with the duplication or why I will go with the backup? If in case like if something is screwed out, like in your answer, you told me like when you go for a hotel if biryani is not there, then what you told me? Within a second, you told me that I will go to the next one. Or how you are telling me that? Because you are so confident that another hotel is available. So this we call it as redundancy or availability. So I'm going to have more than one at a single point of time. Whenever I want, I can go to that. Is it clear, Kishore?
Yes, yes. But if you're going with the more redundancy, that will also increase the cost. Sometimes in some of my applications, there are some redundant actions. And, so it is also too much redundancy is also not helpful for the architecture. Right?
Why? Why it is not helpful?
Too much of redundancy. Like if there is a sufficient amount of it is fine, but if there is a too much of redundancy, so in a big applications, is it a suggestible good suggestible architecture
Of
or
course, it is
like,
suggestible. Of course, it is suggestible.
okay?
Of course, damn sure. Okay. If you don't have a redundancy or if you don't have high availability, then what are you going to do? Imagine like you're doing one transaction is well. Transaction cost is 15 lakh. Imagine like you're having your money, very hard earned money. This money next second, this money have to be delivered to the third party, the other guy. If this money is not reaching to that guy, you will be screwed. This is the situation. Now you will be trusting bank or not?
Yes, sir.
Trusting now. Now you're doing a transaction. Transaction Damal failed. What you will do?
That's more,
We'll
more
reach out to
redundant.
bank.
Can you imagine that situation now? 15 lakh rupee you need to send. You don't have any other backup cash with you. Now you trusted one guy and then you did the transaction. That guy cheated you. This is what we call it as customer experience. If a bank is losing a customer experience, then the bank is going to be in bankrupt. Why? Next time when you are trying to do the 15 lakh of a transaction, you will never think to use this bank at all because of bad experience. So that's the reason we don't care about infrastructure cost. It doesn't matter for us. What matters is availability. At any cost, we will ensure that infrastructure is available, whatever the cost it takes. In such cases, I will go with the 3 availability zones, 4 availability zones. If it is giving 6, I will go with the 6 also. It depends upon my application criticality. Okay? So entirely depends upon the use cases. Keshava. But very nice questions, man. Very nice questions. I really liked it. Keep it up.
Sir, I do have one more question, but I'll save it for last. Like
Uh-huh.
it will be completely out of scope.
No
Probably,
problem. Tell me, sir. Tell me.
sir. So it will be completely out of scope, but I don't know which is. So in this, I have heard about this disaster recovery management and the multiple data centers. So, sir, how does the big data play in this kind of architecture?
See, big data is going to come in a different way, right? Big data is going to come with a cluster. So where that
Cluster.
cluster is going to come, yeah. Whenever you say like a big data, so big data is a part of a cluster. It will not run it on a single server, right? It comes as a cluster. So whenever you say like a
Yeah,
cluster is a combination of a different nodes.
yeah, it will have
Whenever you say
multiple
like a different
servers
nodes,
and all.
yeah. So if you want to architecture your name node, master node, So now, in terms of architecture design, what I need to ensure that I'm having my availability. So I will select this one in availability zone 1. What am I doing? I'm taking availability zone 1. This guy, I will ensure that this guy is running in availability zone 2. And I will say like, I'm going to have this guy in availability zone 3. So now in order to have a load, I need to maintain the load also, right? So then what am I going to do? I will simply take another server in another availability zone. Same availability zone, multiple servers. Can I have it?
Yes, yes.
So now in order to have a master nodes, what I'll do, I'll go ahead and I'll say like, okay, man, this should be highly available. I will ensure that I'm having the architecture like this. Now what do we have? You have end-to-end architecture. So where your Hadoop cluster is properly segregated in availability zones and it is highly available. Now in terms of your data, if you feel like where my data is going to be, if in case of like this guy is going out and that guy is going to be available, then what are you going to do? Then you have to ensure that you are having a active data sync. You need to have one more cluster where this is going to be part and parcel of my region 1. And you have to ensure that you are having one more cluster which is going to be part and parcel of region. So now what you have to have an active sync between the region 1 and region 2. So now how this is going to happen is entirely out of scope for our question, because the administrator guys, if you can get in touch with Hadoop or big data administrator, these days we don't require, because we are taking this as a PaaS services from the vendor. If you go to AWS or if you go to cloud, they are providing this as a PaaS service. You don't need to do anything. They will give you everything, where they are giving you 99.9% of availability. And why do you think about other things? This is an old architecture. Servers, building, automation, installation, configuration, maintenance, patching, and all. Hadoop and big data, it is nowhere. I have not seen it these days, even though it is there. But yeah, I see only the fancy things where they go and they create the clusters on fly in the cloud, and then let's say like in in a database, if you are taking a database an example, are you building any cluster there manually?
No, no.
No, right? Yeah. So in database, what you will do? You will design all your big data queries, or all your PySpark queries. You will be writing it there. But where are you going to run? You're going to run it on a cluster, right? Where that cluster is going to be. You will integrate your driver with the cloud like AWS or Azure. You run the queries. So Databricks will integrate automatically with the cloud, and it will go and it will execute, right? Where is the maintenance here? No maintenance for you.
It's all automated and it's all running the cloud.
This is the current market. But whatever the question you have asked, this is how it is. Make sense?
Yeah, yes. Because I asked this because it's like existing architecture. We are feeling
No
like
problem, sir. No problem. No problem. You have all the rights to ask the questions. Feel free to ask, get it clarified. If I know, I will tell you immediately. If I don't know, you'll get the answer. Okay?
thank you, sir.
Good, good. Okay, guys, then have a great weekend ahead. Thank you so much for joining for the class. Let's connect next Monday to understand a bit more about our architecture. Okay?
We
Thanks,
don't
guys.
have class tomorrow, sir.
Thank you.
Guys, tomorrow is weekend. We don't have Mahesh. Would you like to say something?
So these classes are in morning or at the evening, sir?
These are on the evening.
Oh, is only at 8 to 10.
8 to 9:30.
8 to 9:30. So throughout the course duration, 8 to 9:30.
Yes, Monday to Friday. Yeah, 8 to 9:30 is the class time.
So can I get an estimation like duration, because I missed the first class. So this is my first class. So
yeah,
please.
sure. One second. I'll just give you a brief. Okay, this is our high availability. Disaster recovery. I'll just add the slide. Yes. Yeah. So yeah, this course we are going to take around like 4 months. So where you will be learning around like 18 plus subjects. Subject list, you can reach out to me. Okay. So I have my colleague. So his name is Mahesh. So I'll just share his account. so that you can.
PPT and notes will be available after this class.
Yes. All the PPTs, notes, materials, whatever we have, everything is available in the website. So after completion of our class, all the logs, whatever I am writing, whatever the pictures that I am showing, and whatever the instructions like commands that you need to execute, everything will be shared with you where you can really go ahead and do the setup by yourself. Anyhow, I will be available if you guys have any doubts. We can clarify any point. So this will be, the timings will be like Monday to Friday. It's going to be 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. This will be the class times.
Course will be completely hands-on.
So everything is hands-on. Huh? You will feel it slowly. See, today you feel something, that you learned something today.
Yes.
Same kind of a feeling you will be leaving the class every day.
Sure, you want more thing.
Anil, tell me, Anil.
Yeah, regarding like after completion of like AWS or Azure, we can this will be sufficient. This course will be sufficient for Azure administration or AWS administration.
Close your eyes and you can go.
Yeah, okay. Just okay. We have open position, so
I understand.
Yeah.
Right. So whatever I'm teaching you, it's more than enough for you to get a job.
Right. DevOps is one thing, but this will also
No
okay
problem.
with.
But if you want to go only on the administration part, then you have to be thorough with the OS.
Okay.
So any
You have to have
prerequisites for this class, like for this course?
No, nothing, sir. Everything I will teach you, sir. Like the way how I am teaching you right now, starting from a server, network, and everything, right?
Okay.
So everything I'll take it from the scratch. You don't need to know anything. Zero prerequisites. Guys, I just muted everyone because I was getting some disturbance. If anyone have any doubts, you can unmute yourself and you can ask them.
Sir, and one last question. Sir, AZ204. What about that?
AZ104, you can write with this. AZ400, you can write with this post.
Okay, AZ400 and AZ10.
04.
104. Okay.
Azure Administration and Azure DevOps.
Okay.
These two certifications you can attempt with this course.
So it will be in line with the parallel with the AZ400 recommended by Microsoft. So it will be like
Are you in
whatever
India?
the topic that
Are you in India or are you abroad?
Yes, sir. No, Bangalore, India.
Bangalore. Then don't think about certification for now.
Okay.
Okay. It will not give you a value. It will give you a headache only. Don't have it. Not required. Fine, guys. Then have a great weekend. See you some other time. Maybe like my Monday. Monday we will correct. Don't miss the class. Have a great day, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Have a
sir.
great weekend.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you.
You guys. See you. Bye bye.